Let me start this clearly before we go any further. If you're walking into the new year feeling like you didn't do enough, you're already telling yourself the wrong story because growth doesn't always look loud and success doesn't always come with fireworks. Sometimes it looks like survival. Sometimes it looks like you're choosing yourself. And sometimes it looks like learning how to dream again. And that is what tonight is really about. So grab your cup of whatever's keeping you grounded and let's get started. Welcome to Heart Led CEO, the podcast for women wellness entrepreneurs who are ready to build, scale, and automate their businesses without sacrificing their soul, sanity, or authenticity. I'm Anacani Walters, a nurse turned entrepreneur, military spouse, first time mama in my 40s, and a recovering burnout survivor who's making it a mission to help heart led women just like you create thriving businesses that really feel good, do good, and give you the freedom that we all deserve. Because here's the thing, you don't have to hustle harder to succeed. You don't have to drown in tech overwhelm or try to do everything alone. And I'm here to give you the strategies, automation tools, and mindset shifts that will help you step fully into that leader, CEO, and impact maker that you are meant to be. If you're ready to grow your business in a way that aligns with your values and your life, you are in the right place. Let's get into today's episode. Hello, my beautiful friend. OM goodness. It is New Year's Eve, that liminal space between what was and what's about to be. For some people, y'all dread this day, and for others, we thrive because it is a clean slate, a new beginning. And for some of us, it's a reminder of the things that we didn't do, the failures. And I want you to just sit with me, take a deep breath in through your nose, into that belly, ribs and chest. Bring your shoulders up towards your ears, pull them back, push them down, and exhale. Be present with me. You are beautiful and you are meant to be here if you are listening. And I want to invite you into a different kind of reflection tonight, especially if you're listening to it on actual New Year's Eve. And I'm not talking about the hustly, goal setting, let's fix everything about yourself kind, but I want to talk about the kind that says, look at what you survived, my beautiful friend. Look at what you learned, and let's look at what you became. Because before we can talk about vision casting, we have to do one very important thing. We have to honor the ground that you're standing on. Now, before we dive into all of that beautifulness, I want to go into the 5 things that I learned this year, both in my business and my life. Now, number one, clarity changes everything. I really learned that when you are clear about who you are, what you do, and what you stand for, decision making gets lighter. Like content gets easier, alignment gets loud, and guess what? It gets louder than your fear. Confusion drains energy, and I learned that clarity restores it. And this year really taught me that over and over and over again, something that I felt like at some point it really felt like in my business, I was just pushing shit uphill. Like it was this never ending, awful like cycle of what is happening? What am I doing wrong? And when I got that clarity across all my brands, decisions, content creation, workshops, courses, everything that I wanted to create was clear because I knew exactly what I wanted each brand to be about, who I wanted to serve, and their purposes. So that's number one. Number two, your nervous system is part of your strategy. You cannot out hustle dysregulation. Trust me, I've tried. You cannot force creativity from burnout, my friend, and no amount of planning will save a system that does not feel safe. I will say this slowly and with love. Ease isn't laziness. Guess what it is? It's intelligence. When your body trusts the path, momentum follows. boom. Yeah, that should not be like shocking. And it's just something that we definitely need to make sure that we are listening and aligning to your body. We talked a lot about that this year. Now, number three, technology doesn't replace intuition. Guess what it does? It amplifies it. It is your superpower. This year cracked something open for me in so many big ways that AI and vibe coding, which is something that I dove super deep into, visioning with intention, which is something that I really, really dove into this month. It's not about shortcuts, which is, I think, what a lot of people think about when they think about AI and vibe coding, that it's just fast and it's almost like cheating, but it's not. It's about bringing your inner world into true form. It's about having all the ideas that have been trapped inside your body and bringing it to life to show the world things that you always had like hard time explaining to somebody else. You can now do it, which brings me to the 12 days of magic, something that I created kind of last minute because I really wanted to end the year with a small group of people in the best way possible and not like this normal traditional 12 days of Christmas kind of thing. I really wanted it to be magical and inspirational and empowering. And so the vision casting is something that I really dove into. And Christmas Day, I started it as something special. It was going to be 12 days of learning on how to vibe code, but using imagery and intention along with technology to really place ourselves inside our audacious dreams. I was giving people permission to dream big. I was giving them all kinds of guidance. I built this app that delivered the whole thing, and it wasn't about someday, not about one day when I'm ready, but now. And it really was teaching people that the brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and experience. So when we see ourselves living it, our body starts believing that it's possible. And belief changes behavior. That's why vision boards work. That's why embodiment works. That's why this isn't about manifesting like craziness. It's about training your nervous system for expansion. Now, I'm not encouraging people to go off the walls and be like, I dream about riding a unicorn into outer space. No, like we're talking about real life. Like, I want to make over $1 million. I want to have six-figure months. I want to fly first class whenever I get on a plane, like real ones. I want to have more time with my family. I want to have slower mornings. I want to retire my husband out of the military, like things like that. And it's been amazing. I've seen my own personal transformations just in the few days that we started it. Like, I'm just mind blown at how powerful our brains are. And number four, gratitude expands capacity. That should not be a shocker. New Year's should not be about what you didn't finish, which I feel like a lot of people get bogged down about it. It is about what you carried, and it is about what you can still carry forward. So the moments that you showed up when it was hard, take a breath. You did that. The times that you chose rest instead of collapsing and burning out, take a breath. Yes, my beautiful friend, you did that. The courage that it took to keep dreaming. Let's take a deep breath on that one. You did that. Gratitude is not a passive action, it is your fuel to being successful, to moving forward, to having a happier and more thriving life. And when you step into the new year from gratitude, guess what happens? You move from sacredcy into abundance without forcing it. I've always had a vision, like a New Year's resolution list for, I can't even remember when I started, but it's been like decades. And I never beat myself up for the things that I didn't accomplish. I always made sure that there was two or three things that were like, it it's going to take almost a miracle to make this happen in the next 12 months, but I'm going to put it on here anyways. And if I didn't get to it, guess what? It went into next year. I just rolled it into next year. And the things that I did accomplish, I crossed off the list and it made space for more dreams. And I really don't know where I got that from, but I really wish more people would approach the new year the same way. And so, what did I do? I created a challenge to help people do it in a more powerful way because a few years ago, I stepped into digital vision boards and it is a game changer. And the last but not least, the one that I think matters the most is the proof always comes later. That's my number 5. I've had a digital vision board for years. And when I look back, like the homes and the moves and the life shifts and the work and the timing, the proof is always in what they call the pudding, which I like pudding. So I'm like, sure, let's keep that one. Not because I manifested perfectly my entire life, because guess what? Sometimes it's been a hot mess, but because I stayed in relationships with the visions that I had for myself. And yes, you are not set in stone with whatever you dream of. We grow, we change. When I became a parent, everything changed about me. So, guess what happened? My dreams changed along with them. Dreams don't become real because we want them badly enough. They become real because we let ourselves see them long enough and we grow into the person who can actually hold them. I know that it sucks, but I truly believe that sometimes life does not give us what we want. It gives us what we are ready for. And when you prepare your mind and your body for the possibility of the impossible, that's when you see magic happen in your life. So tonight, before the champagne or the sparkling cider, before the countdown, before all the noise that's going to happen, whether you go out or not, because the noise can happen externally and guess what? Internally. I want you to do one simple thing. Instead of asking, what didn't I accomplish? I want you to ask yourself, who did I become in 2025? Instead of pressure, I want you to choose presence. Instead of urgency of what you're going to do in 2026, I want you to choose gratitude. And instead of shrinking, I want you to choose belief. I want you to audaciously dream. Your dreams are not unrealistic. They're just waiting for you to meet them. That version of yourself already exists. She's out there, he's out there, and they are waiting for you. And I cannot wait to see what unfolds for you. And I want to give you a huge virtual high five and hug as I cheer you on. I am cheering hard for you, for our community, and all the magic that's already in motion. Happy New Year, my beautiful friend. This next chapter, guess what? It's already aligning. As always, continue to be you, continue to be beautiful, continue leading from your heart. And I will catch you in the next year and in the next episode. All right, beautiful. That's a wrap on today's episode. But before you go, let's talk about something really important. You are not just another entrepreneur trying to figure things out alone. You are a wave leader, someone whose work is meant to create real impact, touch the lives of others, and make this world better. And I want you to know you don't have to do it alone. If today's conversation resonated with you, I'd love to keep this energy going inside of my free Facebook community, Empower Her Biz Collective. It's where we take these conversations deeper with live trainings, tech walkthroughs, and real heart-centered support from other women wellness entrepreneurs who really get it. So if you're ready for community, clarity, and support as you build your own business with heart and ease, I'd invite you to come and join us. You'll find the link in the show notes. And hey, if you love today's episode, make sure to subscribe, leave a review if you feel inclined, and share this with a fellow heart-led women entrepreneur so that we can build this movement together. Until next time, keep leading with heart.